So I decided to document my journey to my goal, my stock market portfolio goal, which is $500,000. So I'm going to try my best to make a video every day on basically exactly my approach to investing and trading, and track my balance every day as I reach my goal of $500,000 portfolio. Because once I reach that number, I think I will retire once I reach $500,000. All right, so let's start today. August 5th, probably one of the worst days in 2019. Dow Jones down 767 points at the close, but during the day it was down 900 points, so over 3%. The S&P 500 is also down 3%. And if you look at the market hours, after market hours, so to look at the after market hours, I'm just going to look at the SPY, which tracks the S&P 500. And as you can see, even after hours at 8 p.m., it's down 2%. So doesn't look so good tomorrow. So what bothers me with this is I've got in my margin account, first of all, you can see my total equity in my margin account. I mean, I was at $12,000. Right now it's at $7,200. In one day, it went from 10,000 or 11,000 to 7,200. Actually, during the day, it reached 6,000 in equity. That's because I've got a lot of positions, of course, that is using margin. Nvidia, of course, is probably the biggest. I bought at 165 and it's trading right now at 150. So Nvidia was a covered call trade, and I bought it when it was trading at 165. But because I wrote a covered call against it at a 155 strike, I collected 13.95 in premiums. So that actually puts my cost of Nvidia at 151.5. So my true cost of Nvidia is 151.5. But even with today's drop, I would have been better off buying the stock without even having to write that covered call, because it's trading at 150.79. But obviously, when I made that trade last week, there's no way I would have known that this week it was going to drop this hard. So obviously, positions like this is going to cause my equity in the margin account to go down. I mean, I've got work. Actually, work is the only thing that went up, but Uber went down, of course, from 40 to 39. Got Weight Watchers that's down for a while now. I bought at 30. It's trading at 21.41. So as you can see, got $1,700 that I'm losing. So all that is going to affect my equity in my margin account when the general market goes down. And I've got several iron condors on the SPY, which I'm not doing very well with. So I've got one that expires August 26, and I need the SPY to stay below 310, but above 290. Right now, it looks like it's trading. It's going to open tomorrow at 277. So right now, I'm getting hit on the put side. And as you can see here, look, I'm down $200 on the put side. The difference here. I've got another iron condor on the SPY that expires August 28. I need the SPY to stay below 310 but above 292. So I'm way down on the put side, and as you can see here, I'm down almost $300. I've got another one expiring September 3rd. I need it to stay below 305 but above 280. So during market hours, I'm still fine, but after market hours, this one's also getting tested. And right now, I'm down about $50 on that one. And I've got another one that expires September 20th. I just need the SPY to stay above 293 come September 20th. So if this is a general correction that happened in May and in December of 2018, so there's a pretty good chance that everything's going to rebound again. But who knows if it's just a repeat or if it's a different story. So there's always that little concern in the back of my mind, but I think it's just going to be another repetition. But hopefully it goes back up pretty soon. I've got Netflix. I've got an iron condor on Netflix. I need it to go back above 320. As you can see right now, I'm down $200 with this position if Netflix does not stay above 320 come August 16. And I've got another one for August 16. I need Netflix to be above 310. Right now, Netflix is at 300. So yeah, I'm down $200 here. I'm down another $200 here. So as you could see, this sudden market correction is hurting me with iron condors especially. I mean, I just bought Dell on Friday at 52.81. It's already trading at 50.42. I could have waited one day. One thing, like if you look at my buying power, total buying power in US is about 21,000. I don't want to use all of it, of course, because it's in margin. But at the same time, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity if it is an opportunity. So the best way I see it is to buy a bit, but leave some buying power in case the market continues to sell off. So two things can happen. If markets go back up, at least you participated a bit in this market correction. If the market goes down, well, you still have some more buying power that you could use to buy more things. So don't go spending all your buying power in one day. That's something I learned. So today I think I bought something. Yeah. So I bought some Activision today. I just had to buy something today of 900 point. The Dow being down 900 points, you have to buy something. Just pick something that dropped hard and something that you like and just buy it. So I bought Activision at 46.36. It closed at 46.10 and I sold the call option at collecting $2.70. This is for the end of this week actually at a 45 strike. So this is actually a 3% return in 1 week, which is not bad if I can get to the end of the week. AMD dropped hard, so AMD should be a good one, but I already bought it at 30, so the next time I want to buy it will probably be a bit lower. American Airlines is also a good one I want to buy some more of, but the problem is, buying power is always going to be the issue. I really want to buy Nvidia, but because I'm doing covered calls, I need to buy 100 shares. Not sure I want to put $30,000 in Nvidia. Facebook, I'm really happy I got out of Facebook, because if I still owned Facebook, I would have been in big trouble right now. I would have owned it at around 195. Right now it's trading at 176. So I'm really glad I'm out of Facebook, but it's definitely a very interesting stock, especially with covered calls. I mean, look at the return with if I take a 175 strike expiring August 9th, I can collect almost $7 or $700. So $700 in 1 week just with this covered call trade with Facebook. But more importantly, it's about 4% in 1 week. So volatility is very high right now. In fact, I always like to look at this site here from Market Chameleon. It gives me all the stocks with the highest implied volatility. So these stocks are the ones that are going to have some really high premiums. You can see at the same time which ones dropped the most today. So if I sort by biggest drops, you can see cars.com took a 34% drop today. This one's going to have some really nice premiums for sure. So I go through this list, but obviously I'll pick something that I trust, that I'm confident to put money in. So I keep going down the list. So Wynn would be a good one. Wynn Resorts, I'm sure it has high premiums. JD.com, I wanted to buy. I think I put an order at JD.com, but I canceled it just to see what happens tomorrow. Nvidia for sure. And I think Activision was on the list as well, so I bought Activision. I also bought Macy's, I believe. Yeah, I bought Macy's today as well. Where is it? It's probably my TFSA. Yeah, so I've got two Macy's. So it's this one here with the 20 strike. So yeah, I bought it at 19.91, but I sold a call option collecting $1.03 at a 20 strike price expiring in 2 weeks. So a decent return there if Macy's stays above 20. There you go, Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard has earnings though this week, so you should expect some movement right after earnings. I think it's going to go up after earnings because overall the stock is down. But maybe with this market correction, it just will stay still and won't be able to push up. So some stocks I really want to buy. I already bought Square. I bought it, I think, at 68. I'm not going to buy more of it, although I really want to, but buying power not available. But JD.com, I think I'll put an order on JD.com tomorrow, depending if it moves lower. Nvidia, not yet. Activision, I already bought it. I mean, Apple, AMD, Box, these are all great stocks you can buy or that I'm looking to buy. HP as well, I almost bought it today. Micron, I'm going to wait until it drops in the 30s. EA, I almost bought it today. I mean, MasterCard, look at, why is MasterCard dropping? It's like a quality stock. It has nothing to do with China. Morgan Stanley would be a good one. Facebook, definitely want to buy Facebook. Dell, I already bought Dell. But if I didn't buy it Friday, I would have bought it today for sure. Intel is also interesting, trading at 47. Look at these numbers. Everything's dropping really hard. Uber, I think Uber's got earnings coming out soon. Bombardier at $1.85. It has good premiums as well. I was thinking of placing an iron condor on the SPY, but I'm afraid that if we're going through a crash, then I've got like 3 iron condors that I'm going to be losing a lot of money on. If it's reversing, if it's going to go back up again, then it would be a good idea to sell an iron condor on the SPY. But because I have no idea what's going on, I'm sort of refraining from placing an iron condor. But if I did, I would probably, my low point would be 270, and then my high would probably be 305 or something. Maybe collect $1 from that trade, risking $400. And I would keep that dollar if the SPY stays between 270 and 300 in about 30 days. Usually I go 30 days out. I could do the same with Netflix. probably take something between, right now it's at 300, maybe pick the lower limit probably 280, the higher limit maybe 330, 340. Probably collect over $1 as well, risking about $400 as well. So just so many opportunities when the market goes down like that, but at the same time you can't use all your buying power. You have to prepare for more bad days in case. Just curious to see what Win has as premium. So you see everything's dropping after hours. This is really not good. So covered calls on Wins. Let's go let's go August 9th, so 1 week out. So it was trading at 110 before market closed, 111. So at 111 you could buy it for 104.65. So that's about $600. So $6 on 111 is about 5% in 1 week. So yeah, these are crazy premiums. So right now my total equity right now as it stands, but it could change easily, especially in the margin account. But I've got 7,200 in my margin account. I've got 43,200 in my TFSA and 17,400 in my RSP. And that's just in my Questrade account. So my goal is to grow that equity to 500,000. And I want to see in how much time I could do it. So my goal is to do it with covered calls and to make 2% per month at least, hopefully 2% per month. So if we look at this financial calculator, so this is what annuity per year. So if I make, let's say 24% a year, and my starting principal is, let's say 70,000. Let's say I give myself 5 years, or let's say 7 years. And let's say I'm able to contribute to my account, let's say maybe $1,000 a month. So 12,000 a year. So let's see what that would give me. That would give me exactly 500,000 in 7 years. So if I can consistently make 2% per month and contribute every month $1,000 to my portfolio for 7 years, starting off with $70,000, I could theoretically reach 500,000 in 7 years. And once I reach that number, I am definitely going to retire, because if I can consistently make 2% per month for 7 years, I can assume that I can continue making 2% per month. Because I know some months I make 3, some 4, sometimes I make 1. But I think on average I can make 2% based on the previous months, based on the covered call premiums that I've collected in the previous months. They've always come up to around 2% or more compared to the capital that I use to generate these premiums. So if I'm able to make 2% on a $500,000 portfolio, that's $10,000 a month. And I think that's enough for me to retire on. Now the question is, if I have 500,000, am I gonna use all the 500,000 and invest it, or am I gonna keep a portion in cash just in case the market drops? So that's a question I've always asked myself. I've always said that I should keep a portion in cash just in case the market drops, but then that portion that's not being used, I'm losing money on it, right? It's not working for me. It's not generating anything, and I could be waiting 1, 2, or 3 years before there's a market crash, right? Although in 2018 and 2019 we probably had 3 good opportunities when the market dropped hard, but in general that it doesn't happen that often. So I'm not sure what the right strategy is, if you should always use 100% of your capital, or you should always leave a portion of your capital available, so in case market crashes and you want to buy more stocks. So that was my approach today with my portfolio. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. Any suggestions as well. If you're gonna open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral code in the description below the video to get up to $250 back. Also check out the other referral links below. Thanks for watching.